Another difference between these two laptops is the power connection. This one has a 3-prong plug, while the other one doesn't have a ground connection. A 2-prong plug often causes a strong electric field. You can fix this with an USB cable, for example, but you lose an USB port. And this laptop only has 2. That white gigahertz brand meter would measure a lot as well, but here the switch is set to filter frequencies below 2 kHz. How this grounding method works is demonstrated in previous videos. You can see that this laptop doesn't have this problem. But even when a laptop is grounded, you can have dirty electric fields where you put your hands. A quick comparison with the laptop turned off here. On this laptop you also have a dirty electric field here. Close to the screen there isn't much. But the meter is maxed out here on this laptop, so don't expect all laptops to be the same. And this dirty electric field emits up to where people put their hands. Higher frequencies are often worse than lower frequencies. You can see that the way you measure can make a difference. So for dirty electric fields, I also checked like this. Around here it's the worst. I had to do this to place the laptops on their side, because their batteries have died. Here are some tests with different EMF meters for comparison. You can see there can be big differences between EMF meters. That black device was unable to detect something here. Some of my other EMF meters measure 10 times more volt per meters than this Eric Hill does. I covered the magnetic values on this meter so you would notice the difference better. The laptop is on battery power here. Here I connect its power adapter. You can see that this looks worse than when it was battery powered. This is probably dirty electricity. I sometimes have to mute the sound because my camera is half broken. Unless you prefer to hear this. Here I removed its ground connection. Here the laptop is grounded but turned off. And here is how my test setup looks like in reality.